Okay. All right, who's ready for a story?
Oh, I love story time!
All right, great. Yes, and they all lived happily ever after. The end.
Hey, I don't want to tell you how to do your job here, but did you maybe, skip some pages?
Nope, that's what it says. They all lived happily ever after. The end. That's how it starts.
Well, I mean, I'm not like a professional critic or anything, but that's a pretty weak plot.
What do you mean? I mean, don't you want to live happily ever after?
Well, yeah, of course I do, but honestly, that kind of makes for a boring story, don't you think? I mean, you're not really setting yourself up for a sequel. And who is this author anyway? And what publisher would back such a bad premise for a children's book?
Okay, you finished?
Yeah, I think I am.
Right. Page 2. It just so happens that happily ever after was the start of a brand new beginning.
Plot twist? Right there on the second page? Clever move.
Yeah, how very clever of them to write more than one page. Now, shall I continue?
Yes, by all means.
All right. Thank you. Let's see. Okay, here we are. I heard a loud voice from the throne say, "Look! God's dwelling is here with humankind. He will dwell with them, and they will be his peoples. God himself will be with them as their God. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes. Death will be no more. There will be no more mourning, crying, or pain anymore, for the former things have passed away."
Okay. Wow, that really does sound like happily ever after. God actually living right there with us. No more sadness or loss or hurting. That sounds really...
Yes,
boring. I mean, not that I want there to be death and suffering, but I mean, where's the plot? Where's the struggle? How are the characters going to develop if there's nothing but happily ever after?
It must take years for you to get through a book. Okay, think about it this way. Do you think love is boring? I mean, is it boring for you to love your family? Is it boring for you to love others?
Well, it's not exactly as exciting as defeating a fire-breathing dragon, but no, I guess it's not boring to love others. In fact, my family really likes to come up with new ways to show kindness.
Oh, well, cool. Yeah, and do you think that discovery is boring?
No way. Discovery is epic. I mean, treasure hunts and exploring new planets and finding new animals. That stuff is very cool.
So let's think about this happily ever after. God is going to live with us, and God is endless, infinite love. When we live with God, there will be no end to love. There will be no end to discovery. There will always be more love to discover. We'll always be growing in love.
Wow. That's a very different kind of story than the ones I'm used to.
Well, I think that might be the point of this particular story.
You know, I could probably be very interested in this story.
Well, that's great. So, now do you think you could put on your listening ears so we can actually get somewhere?
Yeah. No guarantees, but I'll do my best. So, go for it.
All right. Then the one seated on the throne said, "Look, I'm making all things new." He also said, "Write this down.